Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined by my co-host, man of the hour, leader of the Derek Order. What up, D?
What's up?
We are here to review AEW Dynamite from June 10th, 2020. Got a pretty good show to go over. We're going to run through everything top to bottom. Guys, do me a favor, though. If this is your first time watching, you like the content, hit the subscribe button. It's the easiest way to help out. And if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Also, you guys can click the like button. It helps this video pop up so we get new people in the chat talking with you guys, and we get more subscribers from it. So please, help out Everything Pro Wrestling with those easy things. And if you're watching this after the fact, leave me a comment down below. I will comment back. I love to read all the comments, go through, just get everybody's thoughts on things. So please, come on in, show some love.
Yes, indeed.
We've got the entire chat in here right now, just chilling out. Pulling it up right here. We got... Who's in the house? PR Nightmare in the house. He said choke out, insert name. He's on his Taz-ish tonight. We got Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus? B-Boy Skyline in the house saying join the Derek Order. It's Rob, we may have to make a shirt, bro. Like, I fought it for long enough. There's only so much I can do.
It's inevitable, bro.
It's just going to have to be the way it is, man. We may have to make a shirt. I don't know what we'll come up with, but... if you guys got designs or ideas, send them to me. Drop a DM, private message. Casey Briggs is in the house yelling, retire JR. I know what this is about. He sent me a message about this. Rob said, what's good? What's going on, Rob? Austin Stroop, what's happening, brother? He said, haven't watched yet, so I'm just here to drop a like and say hi. I appreciate you dropping in. Come back and listen to us, Austin. Thank you guys so much, though, for joining the what do we want to call this? The podcast, I guess we'll say. Yeah. I was trying to think of a cuter word to put in there. But thank you for joining the podcast. We're going to talk AEW Dynamite. Tonight, our commentary team, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, Jim Ross. For most of it, they were joined by Le Champion, Chris Jericho, as well. Jericho was wild tonight. He was everywhere with it.
A lot of energy.
Too much energy. We get highlights from last week's show. I thought last week's show was pretty good. Sets up everything, kind of letting you know, hey, this is why you're about to see what you're going to see. This is what took place over the past. Some of it was even weeks prior, but they set up everything really nice from last week's show to this is what you're getting this week. We get a rundown of the card. I like that as well, what you're going to see tonight. Gives you a reason to tune back in, so all about it. I'm with it. Jericho joins the commentary team, Le Champion.
Le Sex God.
Oh, dear God. Yeah. Chris Jericho is doing his thing, man. Can't be mad at it at all.
Not at all.
We open up with the match that is on the graphic. I decided to just pick some different people for the graphic. I feel like we picked Cody a lot. Kenny Omega's been on there a lot. Even Jericho, Inner Circle. So tonight we went with FTR and the Butcher and the Blade for the graphic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that for the thumbnail of the video. Butcher and Blade, Buffalo Zone, taking on FTR. Derek, what does FTR mean to you? Is it possible to say it on air?
No, not possible. Not possible.
Let's see here. Rob said Jericho was great, but 4-man booth is too much. JR couldn't keep up, and Excalibur seemed lost at certain points. I agree. I think, honestly, 3-man booth is too much to me, too.
Yeah.
I prefer
like
2.
Someone gets left out.
Right. There's always one dude just kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, and this. Wait. And then you're kind of just waiting to chime in. And with a 4-man booth, I think there was just too many people talking over each other. And Jericho still has to try to get over because he's the talent.
Right.
So it made it very difficult here. Casey said, where's everyone at? I think they're coming in now, Casey. They're jumping back in here. Slowly but surely. They're getting in here. Casey said he agrees with Rob on that. B-Boy Skyline said this is a Buffalo match. Broken in the house. I'm not a face, I'm a heel, and the votes on Twitter lie. Butcher and the Blade, FTRR. Casey, I am not going to repeat that on air, what you just wrote. Truly the ace, what's going on, brother? Just join the Derek order stuff, man. We're going to have to get a shirt.
I'm telling you, bro.
We're about to have to get some merch. You better be the first one to buy it.
Oh, bro. Front row seat.
We're talking Butcher and the Blade versus FTR. Whatever FTR stands for you, that's what it is. It could be F the rest. It could be Forever the Revival. Maybe it's, what do you want to say? Free the Revival? You can insert whatever you want, man. Whatever you want FTR to be, that's what it'll stand for.
Well, due to the overwhelming circumstances, I am going to keep it clean.
That's what I like to hear. What's up, Malik Murray? Malik Murray is also in the house, man. Show some love, guys. Drop your knowledge in here, man. What you got? Casey said, gotta make a Derek order shirt. I'll get it.
You see? Told you, bro. See, Casey knows what's up, man.
You know, I really don't want to do it, but the money always talks to me, you know?
Tell you, bro. Casey knows what's up, man.
It's a cash grab, you know?
They all know what's up, man. I'm telling you. Listen, I already got images already.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you can make it.
Hey.
So, I want to point out something I thought was very cool in this match. First thing I noticed, how cool was it that first, the Revival, FTR, they will be called FTR from this point forward, FTR come out and they're in that beat up Mr. Miyagi 1950s truck. I don't get it, but it works. I don't know.
Wax on, wax off.
It reminds me of the Karate Kid 3 when that evil what was his name? I don't know, Terry something. Terry
yeah.
Silver.
Yeah.
Terry Silver was in it, and he would ride around in the beat up truck and stuff, and then he really have all these fancy cars. That's what it reminds me of when I see it. But it was so cool to see them come out, and then when they're wrestling, Arn and Tully are watching them. And to me, that's who they remind me of, like the Brainbusters tag team of Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. Just fitting, you know?
I agree. You know, just seeing them now, it's even more refreshing than where they were before. Like in the beginning, it was nice to see them where they were, but at the tail end of their contract, it was just like, I don't really care. Like, you've done everything so far.
Right. Yeah. They were in a weird position, but it's cool though to see Arn and Tully like reunited with them. I don't know. Everything just seemed to fit together in there. It was just a cool moment that I saw in my head. Now, this match, solid tag team wrestling in here. For the first time ever, I felt like the referees had control of the match, and it was important that the rules were followed because that's what's going to make this match. And I already know Jim Cornette, everybody's boy Corny, he's going to be right in here. He's going to be like, this shit was great. This is tag team wrestling.
Cue in the after sounds.
Peace. I'm going to assume that's chewing a carrot for someone.
2 carrots.
Stop it. Yeah. Casey brings up, how about Spears staring a hole into the back of Tully's head? What's up with that? I don't know.
You know what? I didn't notice it at first until they brought it up.
Yeah, commentary brought it up.
And I'm like, oh wow, he really is. I want to say maybe because he knows the history, and it's kind of like, almost to me, it almost looks like it's jealousy.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it was Arn and Tully looking on. They kind of, you know, they get lost in the nostalgia of it all. And Shawn Spears is jealous now. He's like, why is my manager, the guy who I've been putting on for, looking at you?
Right.
Makes sense. I would love to see Tully or Arn manage them.
I was just going to say, do you see a management turn?
See, here's the thing. I feel like FTR are going to become heels at some point. The question is who manages them. Because you could have Cody turn heel and Arn gets them. Or you could have Tully take over for them, and then that's where Shawn Spears' jealousy comes from.
I would do Tully because I feel like Cody turning would just be too obvious.
Okay,
well, I mean, not too obvious, but it's not something that people would want to see. Like he's the golden boy of AEW, so you can't really see the golden boy.
I think he turns eventually, though. Cody can't stay babyface for too long, I feel like. But we'll see. This is on a wait and see. You could go a lot of different ways with this. It's still early on. Solid tag wrestling here. And Butcher and the Blade, I know we haven't mentioned them a lot. Butcher and Blade held it down in this match for the most part. They did a lot of good things in here. I like the fact that they didn't look scared to be in there with them either. They were kind of like, they would do lockups and they would push off of them really hard. They made themselves look tough, and I like that. That's respectable with what they did here. I like the Power and Glory finisher, the suplex into the splash. I thought that was a nice touch in this match.
That was.
The Shatter Machine has a new name. It is now called the Goodnight Express. I'm sure that was for the former tag team, the Midnight Express. So thumbs up to them for that. I thought that was a great way to pay homage.
Definitely.
Let's see here. So FTR get the win. They win with the Spike Pile Driver in this match. Shades of the Brainbusters. More playing off more of what you and Casey were talking about.
Yep.
I think it's good, man. They get the victory here. Now, after the match, Tony Schiavone is starting to come out and he wants to do an interview with them, but here come the Young Bucks out. And the Young Bucks have always claimed that they are the best tag team in the world. And me and Rob were talking about this, and Rob reminded me of where did this animosity come from between the Young Bucks and FTR? Little backstory. Cody Rhodes is being interviewed on some podcast. I remember, who's the best tag team in the world, the Revival or the Young Bucks? And Cody kind of went on this tangent about how the Revival rehearse everything. And we don't know if he was being cutesy or what it was. And the Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world. Obviously, he's working with them.
Right.
The Revival took great disrespect out of that. So that's where BTE got the F the Revival segments and everything else. And they said one day you're going to see us wrestle the Young Bucks and magic will happen and everybody will rejoice, I think is how they put it, if I'm not mistaken, from like a few years ago.
That sounds about right.
Money, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup here. The Young Bucks come out, though. They have this big old attitude like, we're the best tag team in AEW. I like that they believe that. You're not the champions, but I like that they believe that.
Right.
And Butcher and Blade come from behind and attack them once again. I like it. They lost, but they're pissed off. This is what we need in pro wrestling. Be pissed when you lose a match. Be pissed. And that's a good thing. To me, that's one of the stamps of approval on tonight's show. Being pissed works.
It does. It really does.
They attack. They all come out, and then we got Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian run out. They had just lost to the tag team champs. They join in as FTR help the Bucks out. So they're standing next to them. You got another team in there. And then when the odds start getting a little bit crazy, here come the AEW tag team champions, Hangman Page, drink in hand, and Kenny Omega. And they make the save here. But there was a lot of looking around like, what are you looking at? Oh, yeah, I see you. And it seems like FTR have their eyes set on the gold already, too.
Right, and that's something that's a great statement to have. You know, like you just came in, you helped the Young Bucks with the Butcher and the Blade, then you have a match with Butcher and Blade, and then you help the Young Bucks again, but then you establish the fact that, oh, yeah, we're new, but we're already staking claim on what we want.
You got what I want. Yeah, I like it. Casey, let's get to some of the comments here. Casey brings up Tully needs it. They saddled him with spears, so he needs a win. LOL. Terrible. But, yeah, I kind of agree with Casey more. I think if I had to pick between Arn and Tully in the positions they're in, Arn's got Cody. That's a golden goose.
Yeah.
Let Tully get him. I think that Spears is going to turn, though. I think Spears turns on Tully eventually.
That from the way that he was looking at him, I would say that's in the near future.
The question is, does Spears go babyface or is Tully going babyface?
I think Tully goes babyface. I think Spears stays a heel, but he's more of like a he'll turn into like a Miz-like heel.
I'm gonna have to hold out on that. I don't know if I like that idea. Thinking of it, Tully Blanchard as a babyface just sounds weird. Jesus comes in. He says, I like FTR as babyface right now. Seems cool and interesting. Not mad at Jesus. And you know what? They're the new kids on the block, so you're usually loved when you come in.
Right.
You're brand new. People are like, they're cheering you. They're like, yes, I'm so glad we got some fresh new faces in here. So not mad at it with them being babyface for right now. Malik Murray says, what if Tully Blanchard and Spears are going to bring back the $1 Million Championship? I don't see that happening. We don't need any more belts in AEW at this point, in my opinion. I'm still waiting to see what the black glove's going to lead to. Jesus says we got too many heel tag teams. Not mad at that. Rob brought up the old Shatter Machine, now the Goodnight Express. He said it was a bad one on who was it? The Butcher took it.
I think he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I think he was just too close. They still tried to make it work. I'm not mad at it. I'll wait until they get another opportunity for it. It just seemed like it was a little off. But he still sold it, so I'm not mad. Jesus said they have a cool theme song. I wish I could hear it a little bit better. The acoustics were off in the arena for it.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Years of BTE paying off, Jordan said. Rob only mess up in the match, though. Good point, Casey. I wasn't going to let it go down like that as far as being like a horrible match. I still think this was solid work. Malik said they need to work on the women's division, and they need Jordan Grace and Taya Valkyrie to join in. Those would be two excellent additions, in my opinion, Malik. Yep. Chris Zuba. Keep it moving with that. And Rob said it was Jim Norton and shitty Sam Roberts morning show. You show Sam some respect. He tries.
He does.
I don't mind Sam, though. Sam's a good person here. I'm trying to get everybody's thoughts in on this. Agree, Casey. FTR just gets it as far as tag team wrestling goes. Yeah, they were doing tags. I swear to you, the referees were on point when it came to this match, dude.
They were definitely on point.
We always complain. We're like, dude, the referee was counting like 1, 2, and I'm like, where did this come from?
Right. Exactly.
Go back and watch that Lucha Bros match from like week 3. Just insane.
Definitely.
What's going on, Connor? Connor's in the house saying, what's up?
What's up, Connor?
Malik says, I think no longer the Revival. FTR should stay babyface and then act like heels. They could. There's always shades of gray, it seems like, in AEW. B-Boy Skyline said, Hangman needs his own whiskey. Connor said, I have to watch a stupid-ass ad, Conrad. You're welcome. Hey, part of the sponsorship, brother. It's just what it's going to be. Jesus De Leon says, I agree, Tully doesn't need to be babyface. FTR babyface, I'm not feeling it. Don't split Shawn Spears and Tully, please. Jesus says, truly the ace said Cody always goes back and forth between babyface and heel in his career. And Broken says he is ready for the New Japan Cup. Yeah.
I mean, if you have Cody go heel, would you have Cody go heel as the American Nightmare leader of...
I think Cody could just play heel from what he's done in the past, though. Ever since like around the time of All In, they went babyface for the most part. Once he reunited with Kenny Omega, but I think Cody could play heel just fine. I think he.
I think he can play heel just fine too. But do you do a regular heel turn or do you do the Bullet Club?
No, I think you just do Cody by himself. I don't think he needs everyone else to go with him. But like I said, I think it'd be interesting to see some of them turn heel, though. We haven't seen it in a while from Omega or the Bucks. Next, we go to a backstage segment with the Natural Nightmares. Looking at you, Casey, for that one. Natural Nightmares with Brandy and Allie. Brandy asks, where did Allie get that jacket from? And QT Marshall had it made for her. He's in love with Allie. He's smitten with this young lady. And, bro, this is a setup. I know it's a setup. I feel like the Butcher and Blade are going to wreck these two. That's just me. I don't know how everyone else is feeling.
No, I think that's going to happen, too, because she's spending a whole lot of time with him. Like, it's unexplained as to why she's with him.
Yeah, very weird. But Brandy's calling it out. She smells a rat in all of this. Next week, the Natural Nightmares are getting a tag team title shot. Huh? They said that. It seems kind of weird that they're just handing out these tag title shots a lot lately.
I must have missed that. I didn't see that.
Maybe Kenny Omega and Hangman Page feel like they need to play catch up because they were out for so long not defending the belts. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it because Hangman was out since this whole situation started.
Yeah, and I like Dustin's promo here. Dustin Rhodes cut a really great promo about being serious and everything else. And is QT Marshall's head in the game? We'll have to see next week, but I feel like we're gonna find out real quick if QT's head's in the game. Yeah. Let's see here. Misguided Key has joined us in the chat. What is going on, brother? Good to have you in here. He said, I would have Cody go heel on his own if he did. He doesn't need a crazy heel turn for it to be believable. I'm not mad at that, brother. Thank you for your thoughts on that. B-Boy Skyline said there are hints of Valkyrie on BTE. There are. Jesus is coming in, and he says, I agree. I believe we are going to get Butcher and Blade versus QT and Dustin. And this is where Allie's turning on him. Yeah, maybe they could do something more with the Bunny character.
Yes.
And develop that persona a little bit more. Truly the Ace says Allie is just using QT at this point. Jesus said, Conrad, I believe they want to defend the tag titles more, and QT and Dustin are number 2 or 3 in the rankings. I know they're 2 or 3, but they just haven't been in action a lot lately either, so it just seemed kind of weird that it was like, oh, they're getting a tag title shot. I just feel like they've been doing a lot of title matches, but I agree, Jesus. I know that they were ranked pretty high. Derek, let's get into the next tag team match, but this time we have Penelope Ford with Superbad, Kip Sabian in the corner, with Nyla Rose taking on the team of Chris Statlander and our girl, Hikaru Shida. Now, I don't have a lot of notes for this match. Some rough spots in here a little bit. I don't know what happened with some of the reactions. Just there were some slip-ups in the beginning of this. I gotta put them on Penelope a little bit. Like, yes. I don't know what happened with the kick to the shoulder. It was off. There was another spot in the match where something was off with her again too. Yeah. But Penelope did her thing though. She did take a lot of offense too. I'm not here to like rag on her or anything like that. I want her to get better, but we've said this every week. There's just something like just a millisecond off with her.
It seems like she just has like a mental block somewhere. It's like she gets to the point where she's trying to do a move and then she forgets how it's supposed to go. Like, she's missing like that next spot. She's got the one spot, but then the spot after that is like, shoot, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then she remembers the spot after and then tries to save it.
You know what? I gotta talk about my favorite spot in this match, bro. Nyla Rose gets in the ring. Nyla Rose is cleaning people's clocks, beating ass like it's her job, and she sets up Shida across the top rope. And you know it's usually the knee drop spot, but she also does Chris Statlander. Can I just tell you this? When she hopped up to the top rope, dropped the knee on him, I think they knocked their noggins when they were flipping over for the bump. It looked really good.
They had to. She'd almost like spiked herself, like almost flipping over the ropes, and it looked like she damn near almost broke her neck.
Now, for all of that stupidity that we were kind of just talking, and Penelope, I totally respect what you do. I know that this is all an opinion. This is someone who's watched wrestling for 30 years. You can take it or leave it. I want you to do well, though, and I think you did very well in the finish of this match, though. It was teased like Shida had her with the Falcon Arrow. She kicks out, but Nyla Rose throws her the AEW Women's Championship belt. She hits Shida across the head with it, sets her up for a perfect fisherman suplex, good bridge, excellent executed, holds it for the 1, 2, 3. She held it a little bit too long for my liking, but Penelope Ford did an excellent job with this here, and I think she's going to be next up for a title shot. I would love to see her versus Shida one-on-one. I think they could really do some magic.
I think they could too. I think the reason why in my opinion, I think the reason why she held it was just to send a message to Shida like, you're next. Like, I'm the next one coming up to challenge you, so get ready.
Hold on here. We're about to rumble. I see here in a second. Broken says, "Don't trust the bunny." Connor said, "My parents watched this match with me for the first time and thought FTR versus Butcher and Blade were awesome." Casey says, "Boop." Chris Statlander did boop everybody in the crowd. That may become a thing. Ford did good this week. Finally, no botches from her. That first one was definitely kind of like a botch. And he said, weird, she's not like that on Dark, but on Dynamite she seems to mess up or botch. I wonder why that is. I think it's just nerves. It's just nerves. Like I said, go back and watch the beginning of the match where they both drop their heads down. She gets kicked, but she doesn't move. And you're like, okay, that was weird. And then she just stood there like, knock me down, please. And then she had to like just come up with something on the fly. And I don't know. So Casey says, you guys are being way too harsh on Penelope tonight. Casey, this has been a weekly thing, though, that we've been able to bring up a spot every time we watch her on Dynamite. I'm not trying to be harsh. I like Penelope Ford. I want her to do well. I want this women's division to be better. I'm just saying it. We are getting a 4-way title match at Fyter Fest. Is that confirmed, Jesus, or is that just your opinion? Darby Allin for Tony Hawk Pro Skater. This needs to happen. Make him DLC, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the next transition. Darby Allin and Tony Hawk with a little promo backstage. Darby Allin trying to go off of a ladder with a skateboard. All I could think in my mind was Vince McMahon getting pissed watching one of his wrestlers doing that. I'm like, you could tell this company is completely different. What the hell are you doing up there? Get down there and don't jump on that skateboard again.
Right, exactly.
I think it's incredibly strange, though, for someone to be doing skateboarding ideas like that. And, you don't want to see anybody get hurt in wrestling, but, just fear when it comes to that.
Exactly. But it even though the promo had nothing to do with anything, to me it was still an A+ promo. He's been putting out great promos.
Yeah, Darby's one of the best with the promos, I think. The promo game is too good. Tony Hawk Pro Skater was brought up before by Jordan. I think Darby Allin would be a great addition to the game. I think it'd be cool. Even if it's like an unlockable thing that they just add in later, do it. Yeah. Why not? Put him in.
I'm down with it. It's something that needs to happen.
Custom AEW skateboard.
Yeah.
You could do something really dope with it. There's a lot of marketing opportunities with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And with having Tony Hawk on AEW, like, come on, that there seems to be a partnership there somewhere.
You could put Tony Hawk in the AEW wrestling game too when it's time.
Exactly.
You can see him hit the pop shove it for a finisher on somebody. Like that skateboarding terminology.
Or was it the
Japan Air?
Japan Air, yeah.
The grind. Oh god, I just had bad flashbacks of Sable. Rob said the second half of this match was great to me. I agree with that, Rob. When it comes to it, Casey said, "I know it's weekly, but she did well tonight. You can't be too harsh." She did. You know what? I'll give her just due. She did make up for it tonight. Like I said, her and Sheeta, I think, will be much better once they work together with it. So I'm not worried about Penelope Ford. Keep doing your thing, Penelope. All right. I'm sorry if it was wrong.
No,
I still feel the same way I do. But if somebody doesn't like it, I get it. I hear your point.
We don't want to harp on it. We just want to see you do great things. That's all.
Exactly.
That's it.
Britt Baker promo. Malik Murray's asking, do you think Britt Baker is like Charlotte in AEW? I'll let you answer that one, Derek.
Let's not ruin this.
Dr. Britt Baker comes up with a promo. She is talking about Big Swole here. I think this is going to be our match for All Out. Big Swole versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. She drills grills.
On the roll.
Role model. Britt Baker. I don't think she's the Charlotte of AEW. I think Britt Baker is in her own kind of league here. Honestly, if any character you want to compare her to, I would say it's Bayley more than anything. Bayley thinks she's the ultimate role model. Britt Baker thinks the exact same thing here. And Britt Baker's doing well. I like the promos. I like the little weight to the chair, the wheelchair when she's rolling around.
Right, yeah. She's sitting there trying to wheel the wheelchair, and then I always forget her name. What's her name?
What? Because it's Rebel, but she always calls her Reba.
Yeah. So Rebel, aka Reba, picks up the weight, and she's like, shh.
Make her think she's rolling.
Exactly. It's. That's gold. Right now, Britt Baker needs to be exactly what she is right now and forever hold her peace.
Right. Let's see here. Rob says, as long as Goldfinger Superman's in the game, I'm buying it, LOL. I respect that, Rob.
I respect that, too.
Jesus said, HF and no, we want more BB and Conrad. You're good. You just want her to get better in relation to Penelope Ford. I agree. I'm not changing my stance on it, Jesus. I just think that it's what you said. I just want her to do better. You said it perfectly when it comes to that. Malik said, do you think Private Party is the next Crime Time? I think they have surpassed that. I never really liked Crime Time's gimmick as far as what it was. I mean, I grew to like it, but when I first saw it, I was just like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. You two need to back off Penelope. She's wonderful. It's still real to me, damn it. Truly the Ace said Darby Allin needs to stay out of Taz and Brian Cage's business or else he won't like the result at the end. Let's see here. Britt Baker needs to have a Karen haircut, Connor said.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Who's Karen? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Casey says, seriously, though, Dr. Britt Baker is fantastic. These vignettes are hilarious. People have done a complete 180, I feel, on Britt Baker. Everyone's a fan now. I like it. Yeah. I got a joke that the PS5 is going to be $750. How dare you, good sir. PS5 news coming tomorrow, too, for anyone who cares.
Yeah,
look at that.
Definitely, that's definitely coming, like super. I can't wait, bro. I'm like excited for that.
You know what I'm excited for? The Lawnmower 3.0. It's that time. It's that time to get your trim on. Designed for growing grooming for males, females. Anybody can use it. This is the perfect gift for Father's Day. Father's Day's coming right up. What better awkward conversation than say, Dad, do you need one of these? You know what? Just get it for him. He'll just look at you weird, but he'll say, you know what, son? I appreciate this. I'm going to put this upstairs in my room.
Exactly.
And they're just going to hear the vibrations going, and he's going to be chopping those bushes down to make the trees look taller. So you guys can go to manscaped.com, put in the promo code EPW show, and don't forget, guys, not only will I thank you, your balls will thank you too. Guys, you know, with that same promo code EPW show, you can get 1 month free watching Powerslam.tv. Go to Powerslam.tv, sign up, and use the promo code EPW show 1 month on us. You guys can check out some free independent wrestling. And I have to give a big shout out to sister side of the podcast, Everything College Basketball. They got a wonderful Facebook group, and they have a great podcast getting ready to kick things back into gear for the college season. Make sure you check out Josh Burton's Everything College Basketball.
What up, Josh?
What up? Let's see here. Pronouns, pal. Good transition, CJ. You know what? I got to give the credit to Derek for that. I'll gladly buy it because PlayStation over Xbox. Don't start that war, Casey, in here. You don't have the chance to get about that, but respect. Happy Father's Day. Shave your balls, Dad. Oh, I love it. I love it. We're tripping. Let's get into the six-man tag. We got Jake, Hager, Santana, and Ortiz. Versus the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, Casey's favorite tag team. This was a fun match. I thought these six worked very well together.
They did. It was great transitioning into everything. I love to see them go into everything. Although I will say, they ruined my camera.
What?
They ruined my camera.
What camera?
The zoom out camera.
Oh, yeah, they had to ruin the spot, baby. They're heels. That's how you get the heat, baby.
No.
You got to get the heat. This was a fun match, though. I thought that they did a really good job. They beat down Orange Cassidy in the beginning and left him on the ramp laying. Trent and Chucky T, they looked good in this match, I thought. I thought they did well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Santana and Ortiz really stood out. Big shout out to Santana's tweet he put out too about the high school challenge, and he put up a picture of himself when he was younger.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And they showed him kind of, I don't know what the best way to put it was. He was not the same person he was like back in whatever year it was. Maybe it was 2005. I can't remember what he put, but it doesn't matter because it just showed he's changed as a person. And I'm glad to see things like that. In a world we live in today, everybody's so quick to cancel culture somebody.
Oh, God.
Things change, though, man. Like I tell people, if they heard some of the stuff on our old rap CDs and stuff like that, we thought that stuff was cool, man. We were 18 years old, 17 years old, writing that type of stuff. You didn't think of the ramifications it would have later on, or that people would try to cancel you later for it. That's why I'm admitting to it now. And then one day when someone tries to bring it up, I'll be like, yeah, I already talked about this. So What are you talking about?
Right. My issue is, what jackass started this cancel culture? Like, what?
It just happened. People are just out to get people, especially if they're against a cause or they feel attacked by a person's words or whatever. It just happens like that. It's an unfortunate thing right now, and some people deserve to be canceled too. Don't get me wrong. It gets a little.
My thing is grow a pair. Stop being soft. Everything happens for a reason. So if I cancel you out for being an idiot, don't be mad about it.
Hey, listen, it goes both ways, bro. That's all I'm going to say. It goes both ways. Yeah, so I like that he put that up, though, for a tweet, and I thought it was a positive outlook for things, especially for people who feel like, nah, man, I've always been this way, I can't change. No, you can change, man. You can have a different stance on things. I can't remember the exact... Rob had a good one, too, a quote that was just like, just because... you get new knowledge doesn't mean you have to keep like the same opinions. And I was like, that's a respectable thing to put out there. Yeah. Your opinion can change on something with new information, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Everybody has a second chance at life. No one wants to believe that because of the system that's built.
And people need to be more forgiving.
Yeah,
I think the world needs forgiveness a little bit. Where we're so quick to not forgive people and we're like, I'm done with them. Forgive, man. Forgive, because sometimes I don't even know what the answer is to what a person needs for forgiveness.
Well, the way I look at it is, it's like we live in this world, like, okay, for racism, right? People are so racist to the point that they hate people, but then let's not say I need your help when we get into a situation where we all have to band together. Now you're not racist towards me because you need my help.
It's a bad thing, man. And sorry, I know this turned into keeping it real with Derek and Conrad for a second. Maybe we'll start that podcast up one of these days. But yeah,
I don't think that.
Well, yeah, you're banned already from that too, so we're gonna have to chill out with that. But let's switch this back into gear. Let's get back into the match here. Shout out to Santana for that little diversion off of what we were talking about. We get into this match. It was really good. Orange Cassidy gets the hot tag, and this dude lit it up with the fake strikes, the roll throughs, everything else. He ends up getting the pin on Ortiz, hooks him with a lazy roll up. I don't know what to call that thing. It's a great pinfall maneuver though. No one can kick out of it. So he gets the win. I love it. But after the match, Jericho is upset. He gets up from the commentary booth. He picks up his baseball bat named Floyd. He gets into the ring, hits Orange Cassidy in the head from it. Orange Cassidy, he's bleeding. He's hurting. Someone needs to come and help him. But the best friends get their ass kicked too for their efforts. And afterwards, they go under the ring and pick up Oranges and beat the hell out of him. I'll let you get your reference in. I know you've been waiting to say it.
Sweet Valencia Oranges? I can't even get it out. Sweet Valencia Oranges? It won't leave a bruise and let him know who's boss.
You give him a lip, boy?
Are you giving him a lip, boy? Because I take this belt off and lay the smackdown on you.
One of my favorite scenes from Family Guy. But they really beat him down with the oranges. And I thought it was a great look. Jericho biting the orange after.
That is one disgusting dude for doing that, man.
Yeah, I could never bite an orange with the peel on it. But they squeezed the orange. I know that citrus juice had to get into that cut, baby. Woo! I don't want none of that. Citrus juice and hot sauce, the worst things to have on a paper cut. Let me tell you. Dude, just El Terrible, man. They did a good job here getting heat. I can't wait to see when Jericho and Orange Cassidy face off.
That will be that. I'm calling it. That's an instant classic match.
Hey, what's going on, Vito? Thank you for that. He said, keep up the hard work. I saw you come in here, brother. If you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. That's what we need more of. Let's see here. How do I want to put this? As far as everything that happened, I was very happy with this. And speaking of blood orange, have you guys ever been to Blaze Pizza? Blood orange lemonade on point. And I usually don't drink lemonade for any reason, but that blood orange lemonade, someone put me down on it. Delish.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, Blaze Pizza.
Yeah, we went before.
Yeah, did you get the lemonade?
Nah. Was it there when we went?
Wait, yeah, no, we had it, and I told you, bro, get the lemonade. If no one knows what we're talking about, go to a Blaze Pizzeria and ask for the blood orange lemonade.
I might just go get one tomorrow, bro. I might have to.
Yeah, just take a picture and send it to me. Just tell me what you think.
I might have
we have missed a lot of comments when it comes to that. So we're gonna just try and highlight what we can. All I saw was Broken Right, Big Bag of Oranges. Orange Cassidy meet Floyd. That remix of the Best Friends theme, yes. Shout out to Ruckus. He did a remix of the Best Friends theme with the Beastie Boys. It was really dope. What was it? I can't even think of the name of the song. I always want to call it Intergalactic Planetary. That's not
Sabotage.
it though. No, it's not Sabotage.
It's not Sabotage?
No, it's a different song by the Beastie Boys now. It's gonna make me mad because I can't think of it off the top of my head because someone's asking me here. Hold on. Intergalactic. I'm sorry. Jeez Louise. I'm up here trying to think of too many words, but yeah, it sounded really dope. The remix to it. Somebody said Joseph Ryan. Let's see here. Casey said I really enjoyed Pride and not saying that. Solid novel and a solid tag team. I'd love to see them get the belts. I dislike Conrad hating on the Derek order. I'm gonna produce a shirt. Chill out, chill out. One of these days, like I said, I need some design ideas. If you guys want that bad enough, send them to myself or Rob or Derek. There's no doubt about it. Ignorant Rob. Jericho has the Judas effect in Orange Cassidy's future.
Okay.
All right, I respect it. Let's get into MJF and Billy Gunn. MJF and Billy Gunn just got into it. MJF was just talking his crap, and him and Billy Gunn ended up getting into it. He talked about him getting his son into wrestling, and Billy grabbed him. He said, Wardlow? Wardlow? He sounded like the little bully at school. Wardlow, come help me. Come help me, Wardlow. Yeah, so it looks like they set up a match for us with that, and we'll get into that later.
I can't wait, dude. That would be a great match.
Conrad equals haterade. Do you guys not know Derek? Like, I think you guys really have this all mixed up, and I need Rob in the chat to say something. Somebody help me. Someone come to my rescue here. Wardlow. Wardlow.
In the words of Kevin Hart, help me.
Someone. Casey said Billy Gunn's going to get his ass whooped. He might. Colt Cabana, or should we say Colt Cabana, joining the Dark Order. They bring up some things about him possibly joining. Would you accept Colt Cabana into your order?
I would.
You would.
I would.
Is there anybody you would turn down?
No.
Okay. Sammy Guevara comes out. He has the Hit Me Up mobile. Shout out to Monteezy.
Spanish God.
Why do I allow him to do this to me? He comes out in the Hit Me Up mobile, and he's out there in the little scooter, and I thought it was great what he did here. Colt Cabana comes out, boom, boom, and he actually throws the scooter off the stage, and Sammy goes to pick it up. Fun match here. I thought that they did very well. They started off with some comedy with the middle fingers. Now, me and Casey were talking about the whole thing here. I know we got upset with JR missing a tag spot in the first match. I didn't draw too much attention to it because I didn't think it was that big of a deal, you know, since we were saying the Penelope thing. But JR did miss a tag that clearly happened, and then he tried to bring it up on commentary. And I don't know if someone got in his headset and told him to just chill out on it because it did happen or whatever. But here, I was more disappointed with the commentary team because there was a spot. It was middle finger. Colt gives him a middle finger. He does the double bird. Colt does the double bird. And during the headlock, he puts him into a wrist lock, and he starts bending his fingers back, and he made him give himself the middle finger. And nobody mentioned it. I was like, that was a good spot, I thought.
That was a good spot.
And I was just disappointed that no one brought it up here.
But you know what, though? I think they're not used to the comedy.
Maybe, because they are kind of older announcers a little bit. But I thought Excalibur would have caught it at least.
Excalibur should have caught it, but I think with Tony and JR, they're not used to the comedy, the comedic wrestling. So it's like when stuff happens, then it shocks them, and more so than it does Excalibur. But a spot nonetheless that was missed should have been picked up.
Right.
Does it hinder?
No. It was still fine. The point of this match came down to Colt getting his comeback, and he goes for the Chicago skyline, but it gets botched. And not in a way to where it was actually botched. It was part of the match. So he messes up, and Sammy gets out of it, and this leads to Sammy hitting the GTH, I believe it's called. It's the reverse GTS. He gets the 1, 2, 3 here, and picks up the victory in, I guess, would you call that an upset?
I would say it's an upset because you're looking at an up-and-coming wrestler taking down a veteran wrestler. Colt is a veteran wrestler. Let's just put it that way.
Now, after the match, your boys came back. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson are in the house. They are joined by John Silver and Alex Reynolds. And then Mr. Brody Lee, got to put some respect on that name. He comes out to help Cabana up to his feet. And JR, now this is where I give JR props, Casey. He said, could this be a sign of things that he's saying, I can help you get back onto your feet? Maybe they were just trying to do too much imagery, but he was like, am I trying to help him get back onto his feet? Afterwards, and so they go down to the tunnel to the left, and Colt goes that exact same way. More on that in a second. Then we get Sammy Guevara back on the microphone, and he says he's the best, and here comes Matt Hardy out with a microphone. He comes out, and he kind of just speaks to him, and he goes into, like, different characters throughout speaking to him. So we're still seeing the multiple personality effect with Matt Hardy here. I think there's still more to come with him and Sammy in a match.
Yeah, and I feel like he's trying to drive a wedge between Sammy and Chris Jericho. Because right now, Sammy is Chris Jericho's right-hand man. But Matt seems to want to break him away from that because he sees a lot of himself in Sammy. So you gotta try and break that, break that bond so that he could break off and be the great wrestler that he should be.
Now, we're going to get into this here. Rob says, Colt Cabana has a podcast to spread the Order's message further. Just saying. You remember whose podcast you heard the message here first? Yeah, that's right. I'm taking credit. Gave Derek the platform to start this. Sammy got a W, Jesus said. I think he has the most matches in AEW. Good for AEW to book him a lot and give him a lot of shine. I'm with you, Jesus. I think Sammy's a future star for them.
I agree. I feel like Sammy's in like a match like every Wednesday.
Yeah, every week. But you know what? It's good for him. Let him get those reps in. Casey said, hold on. Rob said, I had to go back for that spot after Casey pointed out, Rob, that podcast results in lawsuits. Look in my eyes. Colt's theme is growing on me, and him and the Dark Order is going to be interesting. Sammy looks even more douchey since he started to grow the beard. Sammy picks up a W. Broken says, Colt Cabana from Connor. Casey says, Rob, you should put in quotes the wrong spot. It should be beard. Casey, good stuff. Jesus says Sammy G versus Matt at Fyter Fest, and I bet they have Sammy get the big W. They could. I would love to see them have a cinematic match, I think. Let him go to the Hardy compound and do his thing here.
I would be down for that.
We get another promo here. Now, this gave me some GTA vibes. I don't know how you felt about this, Derek. Joey Janela, he's in a bar talking about how last year at Fyter Fest he was in the main event against Jon Moxley, and the past 6 months he feels like he's kind of been on like a downward trend, downward spiral, and he's walking out of the bar, walking down the street, and then he gets picked up by Sonny Kiss, who was in a sports car, and Sonny Kiss is like, you need a ride? Joey Janela hops in and it says to be continued. Not too much to think about there, but what did you think of the promo package here?
Actually, I liked it. I really liked it. Like it set a great tone for Joey. Like obviously we know Joey, the bad boy Janela, is on a downward trend right now, so he needs a little pick me up. So maybe this is a new direction for him. Even though it still says to be continued, we didn't really get anything out of it.
I mean, they're both from New Jersey, and they've been teaming them up, so maybe they're just trying to solidify this tag team?
That could be. And
I think this would be a good spot for Sonny Kiss to get some shine on AEW, too. There's some people who I'm just like, why aren't they featured on Dynamite more? Right. Sonny Kiss has been one of the people. Joey Janela is another one who I think should just be on a little bit more than he is. But we'll see what happens with this. I'm interested to see where this goes with the promo package. Now, Dasha tries to get a word in with Colt Cabana, but Colt walks by her, doesn't really say a word, and knocks on the Dark Order's door. Derek or Brody Lee let him in. I don't know who it was. And then the door closes slowly behind him. I don't know what's going to happen here for Colt, man. This is kind of weird.
Can't speculate on it.
Kind of weird. So I'm in the wait and see right now with him. We're going to have to see here. Broken says that he predicts a new tag team with Joey and Kiss. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to run down the card and then we'll go back to Casey's comment. So next week we find out that we have MJF versus Billy Gunn, all about it, with Wardlow in MJF's corner and Austin Gunn in Billy Gunn's corner. We are also going to have an AEW tag title match with Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega defending the belts against the Natural Nightmares. Shout out to Casey again. Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall with Brandy and Allie, I assume, in the corners. And then we also have Le Sex Gods. You like that name, don't you?
I do. I hope they come out with a t-shirt for that.
You gonna buy it?
I most certainly will.
Inappropriate, sir.
On what platform?
Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus the Best Friends. Now, the Best Friends, for some odd reason, put up their tag title match. I don't know if it was explained like Jericho and Sammy wouldn't fight them unless they did that, but whatever. Their tag title match at Fyter Fest is on the line here. And Casey chimes in, Jericho and Sammy beat the Best Friends to get their number one contendership, and then they lose, and Jericho blames Sammy. ... Division.
See?
Good storytelling here. Malik Murray says, do you think MJF is a good wrestler and Pride and Powerful need to bring back LAX? Okay, so let's break this down. Do you think MJF's a good wrestler? Yes.
Yes.
Do you think Pride and Powerful need to become LAX? They cannot for lawsuit reasons.
Even if they could, I would say no.
Yeah, they don't need to be parodies of what they once were in other companies. I mean, they're a great tag team regardless of what the name is. And Cody should turn heel on Marty. And does Brandy turn heel too? Cody turn on Marty works for me.
I don't think Brandy turns because she already turned.
Yeah, Brandy needs to just stay with. I like her better with like Dustin and QT Marshall.
I think she turns if everybody else turns.
You only use Brandy for serious moments with Cody. I think Brandy should be kept separate from him.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Jesus says, so Derek is Colt Cabana joining.
Can't speculate on that, Jesus.
And Super Bad Death Squad, that's such a weird name to say. Super Bad Death Squad, versus the Young Bucks next week. So Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc versus the Bucks. Should be an amazing lineup. And you guys are going to want to be here after the show ends at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can come in and talk about all the happenings with us. It'll be a fun card next week. Alex Marvez tries to speak to Jon Moxley backstage. He is pissed off. Remember what I just said in the beginning of the show about being pissed off? This was money. I thought they did a good job with this. He's mad at what Taz has been saying, going around all week telling people that Cage is going to kick his ass, yada, yada, yada. And Taz comes out, he's like, you know what, Moxley, I'm tired of you running your mouth. This was a distraction for Cage to come in, put a beat down on him. This led to Moxley picking up a pipe. Pipe goes through some crappy car. I'm sorry, whoever's rental that was there, because you got played on your insurance.
Exactly.
But Brian Cage was a monster in this. He put Moxley through the windshield almost, and he basically cracked him across the back of the hood, put a spine buster on him on it. Moxley took a good beat down here.
He did.
Great promo by Moxley, though, tonight. I thought this was one of his best promos in AEW.
Yeah, it was definitely chilling. His whole delivery was chilling. It was just like, I've had enough. I'm cutting down anybody who gets in my way.
I like it. Casey said, tag team out the wazoo next week. Tag team matches are popular, bro. I'm telling you, best tag division in wrestling, AEW. Jesus said, one of Moxley's best promos. Jesus, we agree.
Yes.
And he said that brawl outside was great. I thought it was good too.
It was.
Taz told him to stop, and Cage still took it to the next level because that's just who he was. And Alex Marvez, you're a bad luck charm, bro.
Exactly. And then can we address? I still don't believe Brian Cage was a cruiserweight.
Listen, telling everybody this now. Brian Cage was a cruiserweight in FCW. Go and look it up. You know who else used to be really small? Remember the Ascension?
Yeah.
Look up Connor from the Ascension. Go look him up when he was on NXT. Just look at the difference between like 2017 and when he first was on NXT. What happened? Anywho, new theme here for Private Party. I gotta say this. I think this theme fits so much better. I didn't mind the Private Party with kind of like the fast techno music. Yeah. I like this theme better, like talking about shots and everything else. I think it works.
It has more meaning to it as to being, you know, their private party. You know, we are a party team.
I just think the rap fits them too. It's just more appropriate for who they are. Like I just feel like that's more them than the fast paced music, and they were just trying to go out there. I felt like they were trying to play Private Party in their entrance versus Do You Feel It though? And now tonight when I saw Marq Quen come out, I think he felt it.
Right.
Like he was like, "Yo, this is dope. This is a big opportunity for me. I'm feeling this."
Yeah, it was definitely established through the music.
And Broken just brought up Marq Quen had a amazing match with Cody. Casey just chimed in from the Moxley stuff. He said Mox is doing well right now. I like him as champ right now. Casey, I see you, bro. Same wavelength with that. Jesus said, agree. The song was a fire song. That other song was okay. I was so happy when he ditched the coattails mid-match. Yes, that's in our notes too.
I've been saying that since day one. I hate those coattails.
Yeah, you did say that when they first started wrestling. I just think he doesn't need them.
No.
I want them to ditch the coattails and Isaiah Cassidy screaming.
Yes, please.
Get rid of those two things. I think Private Party's got a big future.
Yes.
And would you be mad if you limited it to one scream in the match?
I wouldn't be mad about that, no.
I don't mind it. I just think that for him, I want them to be like serious champs. I don't want them to feel like, oh, it's Private Party. They're going to do the scream and stuff, you know? I don't want people to overlook them because of stupid reasons. Don't give them a reason to overlook you. Private Party is going to be the tag team champions one day. I'm calling it. I'm a big fan of theirs. And TNT Championship match. We had Cody defending the TNT Championship versus Marq Quen. Matt Hardy came out and Isaiah Cassidy came out. I don't know if they stayed ringside. I think they did.
No, they left.
They left. They went to the back.
Mm.
So they came out, commercial break, and then they went to the back. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Corkscrew DDT happened in this match. I missed it. I turned my head, and Derek thought they were going to show a replay of what happened because he said it was amazing, and we never got it.
I popped for that move. That move, like, I watched it, and I'm like, yo, how the hell did he do that? Like, the way the transition was so smooth into the DDT, I'm like, okay, that was great. And I was very pissed because I'm like, yo, see, you got to watch this. This move was dope. And they never showed it again. I'm like, oh, come on.
Casey said he agrees with you, Derek. He said, I don't care if he wants to wear it to the ring, but take it off once the match starts.
Yeah, if he wears it to the ring, that's perfectly fine. But when the match starts, please take it off because I just see bad things happening with that.
Yeah, Malik just said, man, I wish they'd bring the cruiserweights into AEW. Like a cruiserweight title. I don't know. I don't like the term cruiserweight with it because I feel like you get pigeonholed.
Yeah.
Into something that you don't want to be known as. I am predicting that they're going to have Cody face MJF for the TNT Championship eventually. That would be a good grudge match.
It would be.
Not a bad idea, Malik. 450 on the ramp. That was amazing, too. I love the fact that Marq Quen was still selling the leg that he's been hurting. And that played a big part into this. And if they had enough foresight to have him, I guess, we found out later it was like a kayfabe injury to his leg then, and they have it play into this, that's good writing. That's damn good writing. So Marq Quen eventually goes for a shooting star press. Cody moves out of the way, and he puts on the ankle lock from there. He tried to Ken Shamrock it. He was twisting that bad boy. He doesn't tap out, though. And then Cody kind of reverses it into a deathlock submission. It wasn't like how Triple H, when he does the deathlock, it was reversed into a different way. Cody kind of had the leg bent, and then I don't know how to describe it.
Like twisted the ankle. Like,
here's the best way I can put it. This is Cody's foot, and this is Marq Quen's leg, and he's pushing it back, and it was just like, ooh, that wasn't good. It looked great though for the camera. Eventually, he has to tap out. I like that Cody got a submission victory here. Wins the match. Cool. They kind of do like the little hug afterwards, the embrace, and here comes Jake Hager. And he's out here basically laying claim that he wants a TNT title shot. I like it. I'm down with that. And he's walking around. He's looking. He's like, okay, it's time. He gets in the ring. He puts his hands on double leg. You don't touch the coach, Arn Anderson. He backs him into a corner, and then Cody ends up getting jacked too. He throws him across the ring. Jake Hager, the big bully that he is, just goes to work. And afterwards, Private Party and Matt Hardy come out to make the save because she's trying to beat up on Arn and Cody.
Right.
Can't have that. So Private Party come out. They have chairs in hand, and they throw him at his face, Sabu style. And they just jack him up. And if you guys didn't see, we just did the Sabu pointing to the air thing if you're listening to the audio version. Really good stuff. So afterwards, this all starts. Here comes Inner Circle. They're coming down to the ring. They're ready to rumble. And this just turns into a big old Donnybrook, a melee, if you will. And a Pier 6. I don't know. I had to add that one in there. They just start fighting everywhere. And then Cody eventually gets on the mic and he says, Hager, you want a match? You've got it. Me, you, Fighter Fest for the TNT Championship. Now, that's if Cody can retain the title because he has another defense next week, too. So, Cody is going to be wrestling a lot of matches. But I like this. I like that the TNT title is being defended every week.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't expect it to be the TNT title that was getting put up like that so much.
They've been, the tag title's been like that every week, too.
True. They have been. So, I like, and you know what? In WWE, they would do the open challenge, but there was just that one night where it was an open challenge.
Well, no, they would do it every week on Raw. Like when Cena was the U.S. champ, I thought they did a great job with like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, people from NXT could come up. I like that. And they kind of got the same thing here. I want to see them bring in some independent wrestlers. Have Marty Scurll just show up one week and say, you know what, I'm challenging you for the belt. Whoop, whoop. Why not? You want to pop a big rating? Do that.
Yes. I would love to see Marty come in and do that.
Rob said Cody just ruined the outcome for the next 2 TNT title matches. Did he, though, Rob? Did he? We know where this is going. I'm interested to see who gets the next 2 title shots still. We don't know, though, if that's going to happen. Jesus says he likes the sportsmanship by Cody in the end of these matches.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, guys, if you've been watching the videos, I've been putting up cards at the end and afterwards, like the do you want to subscribe to the channel? Here's another video you may be interested in. So I hope you guys are taking the time to check those out afterwards, especially if you watch the videos after the live recording of them. It's time, though. It's time to do what you thought of the show. Was it a thumbs up or a thumbs down this week? Live chat. You know what time it is. Do your thing. Thumbs up, thumbs down. There's no middle. It's either yes or no.
I got a thumbs up.
I am also going to go with a thumbs up. Yeah, so to me, another solid show this week. Let's see here. Malik said, when do you think the Inner Circle are going to break up and making the TNT the Intercontinental Championship? I feel like they need to bring the Kingdom or Marty group. Nah, I just think you let the TNT title do its own thing. Let it be its own thing, man. Be yourself. Don't try to copy other companies. They have a bad formula for some things. Let's see here. Malik Murray said, when do you think the Inner Circle's breaking up? Not right now. I think they still got a little time.
I think that's a couple months down the road.
Yeah.
You got to make it a slow burn.
I feel like in a year they might, but not right now.
Yeah, it's got to be a slow burn.
Jesus said AEW's been killing it lately. Jesus gave a lot of thumbs up. So did Truly the Ace, another thumbs up. Broken Rockstar, thumbs up. Casey, thumbs up. Rob, thumbs up. Malik, thumbs up. This is a sweep. What'd your boy say from the Chicago White Sox, the announcer?
He gone.
That is a perfect sweep. I thought AEW did an excellent job tonight. I'm really interested in Fighter Fest. I think this is going to be a great card. I look forward to those 2 weeks of programming. This is going to be fun, man.
Oh yeah. We got some bomb matches coming up.
Yeah, a lot of every title being defended. You got the tag division's on fire right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I love the intensity Moxley's bringing. I really want to see Moxley versus Cage. I don't know why. There's just something about that match that intrigues me. Cody's doing a great job with the TNT Championship. AEW's got a lot of things to be happy about. I know there's some things that could be better, but I'm not mad right now. I'm enjoying what we're getting from this.
Right.
With that being said, though, D, I think this is a good time to end it here.
Yeah, I think we're good.
If you guys want to know when you'll be able to catch us next on Sunday, I know I'll be here for a Backlash review for the greatest match ever. And you know what? I heard that this may be a play for like the Saudi Arabia matches. Maybe that was where this was supposed to be. No. That's why they kept saying the greatest match ever. Maybe that was what the match was supposed to be over there. That could be one thing. You also could be trying to clog up the Google searches so that pops up when you type in what's the greatest match ever. WWE, go to this website.
True.
More than a hat rack, my friends. Fyter Fest is in July, my birthday month. Well, we'll have to make sure we wish you a happy birthday, Broken.
Yeah, definitely.
He wrote trash lash. Terrible. We'll be here whether it was trash, good, bad, or ugly. Mm. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the podcast, showing us love. For myself, my boy D, this is the end of the AEW Dynamite podcast. Join us next week if you love AEW. And don't forget Sunday, Backlash. Be there for the show.
Mind you, you want that Derek order? Gotta put in the word for it. It ain't gonna happen if y'all don't want it.
Say the word and it'll happen.
Exactly.
Peace.
Oh.